Noa ia
Emory.
ia Emory. Oek se teni hen si siang ne a foim si omi se lang ne pente. Noa ia, we welcome you. Ma Miss Oek ne se osa e na musao lahan a foim si omi se lang ne pente. Peng ne ren limit e mereke. Ma iti de fiti. Ina ne aus ayer hello se end of the week is at ke famer pa relax ma ngaru ni mo si konohonga ma rotu ma utud man afoim se to miss live ta miss hek la rakek se o salala ne te business ni kamatve la hoswang ti po si is famer rotuma katape si sensation ne la foi ta poem si is lang ne pengte. It is an option. Miss ina ne hoswang se famer ete ne rente. And we are in a community, a business community that has really proven that this business is working. Mata ona nam huakim. And si siyang hek la rakaw kasi isa as fiang rutuma tapema la rakay ki fiang feast series ni kat fiang rutuam tapema ka ti si sensi siyang rutuma elang ni pengte ete ni ngasaw amnak ni mo siya at mis live de lang ni pengte. Mafak man o race at mis topic lopeda ya tape why now, and the time is not later but now. Ma is holo and say the month of February. Ma it's still early in the year to start something ne. Ma te wala introduce lang ni pengte no ka you've been following us malile. And if you are watching us for the first time, we are introducing ourselves. La rak okya insisyon he hake utud niam no ma kamat ma amis just to share a little bit of why we started the business, a little introduction there, and then we'll go on to the topic for the night. Malakama tingowa ato asa meipa ngohen ne malhaha henta hen pipche ma ngo ino se fane lo esele hak ma pyong helium mumon ni fota la veh ka ngola ma pyong helion ma ma ngaru faknes inos ma ngaru faknes malo mate mereke Fairbanks Alaska ngo kamat business tu la forwo e huliti me ma wafti po ere ko ampom hapwang elang ni business tu hensisyon he amis ne po ma holo e melang ni pengte ka road kamat ve business ta ma ama we hope that in the near future la pola tiang isya elang ni this page or this go live la ut kisi mo as hensisyon rutuma elang ni business ani hiteng la na hito si hensisyon he full la introduce series.
Payaksa ato asa lili ato sat fane oinafa matohan ta hen fiti yo hen lau ngo fupe foto kola mom utse suva malambasa mom hohem si suva ato background ta ngo raknes mo ngarame mia fiti mom la se Marshall Islands mo inos ato venta fane mereke mo malehe po Fort Vese ato venta retire ma omrua utum se Oklahoma ma ite ngo noh lang ri ngo malehe ro kamat business te hol on povia ma ato main hustle te ma fayak se tene ngasau os koinanga o na o saula a foi se omisi ka one of the reason I did this business poe ngopa break that cycle of depending on family to take care of you. So that's the main shift for this business for Yaxia.
Wa'ia no harieta no hene manahaha warui whakanesi fiti fo Romaon na Rotumans i California ngomale e fall maka kami mamfo kamat business mamfo ta vehia to side hustle hilau itu pemarai mau waktu kau biar mesin sing larang yang tu
Faexia Toasa Richeli o Henny Motusa Inos ma Lihiful mo Nohlangri run a business ta go forward ma mulhek vehe se reni business ta Faexia.
No au sa foi vese introduction de mosi omisa ngo hala ya ngo kamat business tu pengo pa is la to retirement ngo ro fiti fo his ma vahe ni de 2003 mangaro utut momone lom se mereke kana retirement ka tiris ka they don't offer that benefit ma haiti po ma roetek ma mga waf ereko ngopo ma kamat business to ma wafti po ereko hopwang se en sisang rutuam elalang ni business to. So thank you for being here. Whether you're joining from home, overseas, or right here, is ereko ampoma inane hen sisang rutuam his. There's one in Australia. Ma his ito Amerike ma sisang his de fiti ma utut minane it's building. We don't have the soon we will be able to update you on how many of us already, and it's growing slowly and surely ne poengene ani aus sinsing rotum ma foi tiniawe ma you just carefully just and curiously just learning as we share, and hopefully it is something new for you to hear, or just more mat mekia is ya hahan ekne la ni business ta. I don't know if that's the appropriate word. Yeah, fenga ka larak ek makikia lele mapumone business ta. My lang ni pengte, the conversations are just about simple but powerful, questions ne. Ama viang he hek I'm nak ni mosi omisa lang ni pengte fak manifest lopo. Why now? And the time is not later but now. Ma viang he hek ma heke la is viang lang ni pengte on many of us, and is many of us are growing ne. Many of us grow up is voice wait for the right time ne, or maybe later, or when things are stable. Ma kaonderang sometimes later becomes years ne. Ma years become missed opportunities. Pois ngat kiao ya ngola terme amya. Maybe later. That's like a very common part of our conversations. Is la nokatir is la home is la just something new to talk about. That's always the first response. Not Yankee is from Rotumista, anyone for that matter. Ne? Yeah, oh, maybe later I'll think about it. But they become, later can become missed opportunities. Hela yeah, taonan o mispa isla rakek, it's these opportunities, it's there for us to make those decisions, and it's also options for us ne mang hela yeah hey amis rak ekwe on the previous lives that our parents so us mama pinga us they worked hard and they gave us stability. um our generations has something different. This generation, well, yeah, not our generation, but this generation has something different to offer. Like say, the access to technology, the global connections, and new opportunities. But this is one of it. Riang for OFT, but el roro des sensation fiti kamat ve business da. And to get to that, hula killen ila op many of the business owners from the globally will be there next year. Sorry, next month. Here are the questions ne. Mahala siyo elang ni pengte if doors are opening now, ne, and if opportunities are here now, and if our families could benefit now, matapensila isla kamat now. Why should we wait? Taonan, Miss Esviang elang ni pengte, la rakok si usa on hoipoang hit on es auhet si isa. Viang mo mohet ne viang hek elang ni pengte viang mohet the most singoa hala ya mo ngola rak ek viang mo mohet ang hala just want to quote from Ecclesiastes ne. Yeah, there's a time Ecclesiastes, it reminds us there's a time for everything and a season for every activity under heaven. These are the things, the opportunities, the seasons, the opportunities, the open doors. And maybe this season is not a season to wait. Ne? It's 2026. Maybe this season is a season to move. Matay. At ang veyang hada, veyang mo hada mo singowa, at ang veyang hada yang tepe, why now for our generations? Why now for our generations? Let's show that again. Why now for our generations? Why now for our generations? Because fuck man ngorak introduction. This generation has access. This is a digital business that has access, to global opportunities. Is for the first time in history, ne? Is from ordinary people, can do extraordinary things, can build something beyond your zip code, beyond your, hutud man you can build a generational, something that can be passed on, that is accessible beyond where you're at. Mafong no fitika, you can do it or wherever you're at. Faksigutud man is no. But you don't need a storefront, ne? You don't need a wealthy background. Roro, the sur silang business, they did not grow up with all the finances that they can have to start. They found a way to It's not meant for the wealthy, background or a big inheritance or, connections. Rorot, adrang is yeah, adrang the unfairness lalang ni ngaruang tane that ho inyang someone it gets hired. Business to it's from you, it's your willing heart to, and all you need is a Wi-Fi and the willingness and your big why on hun ne pakamati business ta, the lifestyle that that we, or the lifestyle that we share, that is possible when you start the business, is all that you need: a Wi-Fi, the willingness to start, and the courage, and of course the courage to ma ispopo la connect to faksi hensi yang rutuam kamu mo ne ata miss go live to ka ngo ma hensi yang hehis sur se group head, more connection. There's more connection to others in globally. Ma miss rak honit ne one of the many people that are earning the 7 figures in our business, just to get la amis la rak or this your what is she doing that has helped her to get this far. Ma taonan mo yeah, this is something that we learn, and we can collaborate with people globally from different parts. The zip code, you can, it's beyond your zip code, beyond your geographic where you're at. Ma ayer po as well fup kung ina de fatanga rumah yo isya hetanga ru auding hensimba yota, he was the breadwinner of the family. Ma mis is go fup ma ina po nga rumah ni risre, just so we can have a better life. Ma Holland say this generation we are doing the same thing for us Australia to live a better life. And it's the same hard work that we know, that we grew up, that we were taught. Kata pencil, something that is a smarter way of earning. But this is something that you can pass on, generate. We can break that, that cycle of working so hard. Kata pencil, we can work smarter. Ma have time for family ne. Kateres ya ni retirement mais as for we are just at the point where iskat por lare that they walk it retire sick, you don't have a plan to like really enjoy family time. But that is why Miss Rak Eke lang ni Pengte, that is one thing that we say, why now for our generations. And the technology that that you can access anywhere. Mao the technology sometimes is used for other reasons. Business to it runs by that. But roro amisa kotarak la all the things that we are learning here, the connection here we are learning it. Ma amis off boy, because these are new things that we are learning, and it's useful. It's useful, and we teach the next generation that yes, you can use social media for good purposes. You earn online, and you earn with integrity. Ne? Ma epola e fiti ne California ne Fairbanks ne Woodwood ma. You can connect with anyone, and you can still build globally. And so technology has erased the borders. There's no limit. You can reach anywhere. Mate aya where you wanna reach ne. If you wanna reach a different country, yes, you can, because of this global connection and the technology that we have right now. We have the options that our parents didn't. The options didn't have. Kung inang ufupsi kung kat is telephone ra, we never had a phone. Matita po inakila so ila ya lanti la la se o antihede tela lala, just to give them the piece of news. Mga hei tipo aho de ngofuk, ngola la se to konohongat la yaka o tine to urua pa esta ngola ya risa. That was how it was then. It was nothing. Wasn't a problem. Kanihede fupede nihede ma the life now. Technology has taken all this much easier. Maekatanwa la lara ka you just tap on your phone and then you call. Mata yeah, those are the things that this generation we have to live by, these changes, ne? And also creating that multiple stream of income through technology. Everything now is, maiskopola. We have to, that mindset has to change. That even though we live, we are so used to what we do, we have to really adopt to the changes. And this is one way of sharing it to the generations to come. That yes, you have accessibility now, but use it to bring something purposeful and something that can be passed on to the next generation. So, if it is not us, then who? Ne? If we are not going to make that step and be the example, as konohonga, then who is going to do that? We don't take advantage of what's available if we don't learn the new skills. Everything starts with learning new skills. We have to be teachable. We have to learn to. We have to iskola waflarak tifo lahom tahoisoangat si isa. Te ato het ningo hela rak eke lang ni punkte ereko our nihede is technology ayur mis ngat ke scroll ma iyo se just looking at other people's stories kata pense if you create it to be your story. But the amis sensisiange amis rak exe also our stories and how it is helping us. How about make it your story? Take that step ne la soek something that will be passed on to the next generation in a more meaningful way. Ma foyak se mate ato veang hatataa dani hede o helana veang hatan rue se siyang hata
Hayaksia, neighbor.
mm,
Yang the most know why now for our families? Why now for our families? Hayaksia as koinanga tininga sao osa huwa ke ma foi se atoma go live ta ma mo ina an ihte by now you know this is an online digital business. If you haven't heard, let me just reiterate that the social media and the online business is the new currency. Ne? Why now for our families? Oi as rei be very good in social media. Ne? A business there, if you're good in social media, you will prosper. So why not for our families? Noka se omi se tiringa sao ka ngarue, we're not trying to say you have to quit. Ne? This is just another stream to help support that paycheck. Kanoka enok langri, and this is something that you think you can join. This is something you can build, but it can also be something beyond your paycheck. But this is good for families now because the rising in the cost of living. And no fitting and no rotuma or mereke anywhere globally. It's all affecting everybody. So the rising cost of living, they die still paying for their mortgage. So who inherits it? Either your children or the bank take it back. So these are some of the things that we are trying to encourage, that this is the time for our families. It's Ma oi is faksi omis ngo siyang ta may pama ala siyang ta hareta omro fiti. But lucky for some of us, lima atom konohanga. Some of us live so that we can support family, ne? Kanoka following us every week. If you're somebody that want to spend more time with your children, your family, this is the business for you. I'm not promoting, but I'm honest that this is something that is worth for families. Po ekadro rei, you'll have more time with your children at a pola part time because you will earn something not just now, but it's a legacy. Ne? Your job, you're not sure if you can work until you retire. So many things happen in life. Ne? Your tomorrow is not guaranteed that you'll be able to get out of bed and go to work. No kay mama matid sok si melas hospital ma yeah, oh you have to go under medical retirement. What you gonna do? Ne? So this is something to consider. You know, the desire for more time for family, for children, sias hanu, sias rotu. This is something that I will honestly declare here that it's worth the invite to come in and see for yourself. So for our families, as a Rotuman family or Rotuman speaking, anywhere in the world, this is for your family right now. Don't wait. So if it's not now, then when? Now, I know she quoted from the Bible, there is time for everything. Maybe this is your time. This is your season. Eh? If you're one of our consistent viewers, then this go live is speaking to you. This is your time, because if you're coming back to listen, this is your sign. So for families, rising cost of living, building something beyond your paycheck, more time for your family, and you can retire early. And you can start small. You don't have to start big, as long as you're willing to learn and you're willing to put in the effort. For yes.
Actually, sa foi bene. Why now for our families? Ma ayer po tine hensang ta lili air. Iskopo la hek say, what happens next. Things change in our our normal routine. Ma kopo la isla ahek the plan B hit. Say us konohonga. This is something that that's why we say why now for our families ne. We have to realize that now is the time to act. There's still time for it. Malili vang hadan follow mo and se sijang hada hareta.
Really, reaction being having motion more. Why now? She personal growth e online business ne. Inke fola no ana. Inke awet ne yotita. Ne inke awet te atakoa perfect. Ka e on ihide. Isla plaraisi auden ihide. Is nog digital era ne. Opportunity in ihide is pula yoka literally. Se as fingertips ne. Platforms zoals Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Die prima huswang pose iso compare se previous generation tie gat sokle tie ngat kiti fo o ma universi tieni soki auto se ekola ma storefront ekola ma cilindro ro ekola ma connections ma gatekeepers can iede tamatini ela isi o wifi to o laptop de mo funde o consistency Ano kaya pa ut mati ti maoy ni is famir maoy ni sa te is mister inkiri sile na tem titi ambesi mam yosita taxi it's becoming that person taxi ela pula handle more ne aune stepem si is mister ela pula reisi o uti o confidence o feifeinga o mo acti o manage no auda mo discipline ne e kamat la rai ni faxi this is the biggest competition ne o biggest competition inki fameur terta ka o old version en eia ka hier het te so you see the economy e you shifting ne o job security ke lang tu en i de ma nom hen i de samuri au ma ti salma oila suru ekta income ne ma te digital space te alawa Israel ela pota income ho ek kat limit si o location o au ne ma opportunity only benefits is me prepare ne ma personal growth the preparation season kop ma e tortora ela feel ready e kop ma e tauta eia e utali e fufu oka irma ai oka ni ela pulari titi kati fianga ni eket ngahela KFC isi au de o utu kat it doesn't happen before you start ne o la utsirere soki au ni e kamata tini post ni e re e create e below confidence tini o live video ada ko faxi stretch o courage ne na beyond town o sileni digital space te ela pola rai faxi it gives you something powerful ne a voice or story or value or culture and your faith you see connect con famore te oh ka faxi ni ne the both steps ni re you got irsum ka faxi it's more like you buying trust ne masio heda te poitista e on ihe Tidni amba advice ya tidni ma encourages se isa why now poitita te tools se diri e yuka business te faxi rema ti yo tiote se eia ne the automated system e surun ka faxi tools te schrijven ze rent en iedereen dat die voor almost everything en iedereen online ne maar die ek pues delay can build your confidence ne action pa ne ekana la inya ti ala ko tema tini ampa isila la rio next step the now ne ma hago itu ne photo fakse ela pai consuming ela kamat la create tihene ni au hitu le ela tai tau ni ea ela pola kamat la develop ea ni au hitu ela fakse ela ut fakse ela ut se la pola business kala grow naturally ne tini am ahe la hani nesi isa kutai nita sen ihe lili fayak siya anak niya dahil hoy biyang maisi rolong ya
Fayak sa harita, fayak sa rakek ne biyang had ne mo si Aya, why now for personal growth. A year po, arerang is if you don't, if you cannot grow if you're standing still, ne? You cannot grow if you are stuck in one place. You cannot grow if you are not willing to stretch. Mafuek si rakek ne, the reasons why we say why now for personal growth. Where arerang we are comfortable where we are at. Our wahed atau cycle atau my comfort is work, home, rotu, ma ta'man. That was like a very comfortable life. Ka nihide o no lalang ne social media. Ngat mikir rak okya lele umo ni business na kat istati huwakit. Rak okya ti lele ni sok ilalang ni business na kapola is famore la ina you can do it too. Matay taonan abang the most harita ya tepe why now for personal growth. Personal growth in different levels, in many levels. If I'm worried, you're already in that process. Malili po, kay journey hito, elang business to, we keep growing. We are encouraged to keep learning. Is mafo ani hite, is active and this is one of it. That's part of our personal growth. Active matilele, constantly growing, coming out of the comfort zone. Kaya si hareta, manihide wala iha sisyon heta Rachel, evyang het ni most dio.
Payak siya may pa vayang hindi most mo ya so hati why now spiritually ipang usa for si sasyang he follow vayang why now for our generation, why now for our families, and why now for our own growth, ne? And that is very powerful. Mango pa feyang tapuma feyang about the spirit behind the season, this season, ne? Po anis you see us Maori through a spiritual lens. Timing isn't just about a calendar, ne? It's about alignment. Fakseut ni puki de mepa ya in Ecclesiastes 3:1. There is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens, ne? And truly, this feels like one of those seasons where preparation is meeting God's timing. There are a few things I believe we're being reminded of right now. On that, the stewardship requires movement. The gifts God gives us are meant to be used and not hidden. As talent nga is ise neya islangaru o kataleno makiti nga chanani. And the second is obedience matters more than perfection. We don't need all the answers before we take the first step. And third, this is a season to plant. Seeds only grow when they're placed in the ground. Singoa, this go live represents a moment of choosing faith over fear, of stopping the protection of our potential and starting to plant it. And if you've been feeling, if you have been feeling a pull to change your family story, that feeling is not by accident. Swati, my encouragement tonight is this: don't wait for the perfect or convenient season. Step forward with faith, and don't let your yes stay stuck in doubt. When we move in obedience, God does the rest for us.
Poyak Rachel. Yes, that sums up the atamis vang ni most amis lang ni punkte ayor yot avyang fakmurheda, but that is in fact that is the first thing as fakat in a spiritual sense that is puperotuma inapo te kwane is re everything that we find great and good. These are all things that have been given to us. Is warfare lang ni punkte re ko tililin yung misray o mispa kaksi ousa. Neira lili ni pumo ni business ta ona no lang ni ti nga sawe la rak ex usa that you can do it too. Talent ngo wafe I like that part oito nas isa the different talents but lang ni business too we all have different talents. It really comes out of us. Adarama is but inara, but when we are learning this everything about the growth in the business, and you really realize that wow, I had this talent all along, and this gift that I never explored because I was just too comfortable. Matay, as the gifts that are given to us, is last week lang ni business. Is inakiti hihisne o is pomare tineawe tinis rak o sooi tinis rak pamertu but the pensi of talents they is kata we haven't explored it or even learned to use it. Okay, this is the time to use it here. Umone business na atenção full la tinisa mangoa la act Burma amis fia lalang ni social media is kat we are not active in it po tiroro ni sok ni hede it gives people the fear of showing up here la fang oka business it ma po ni konang business la social media ma ekola hila tied nila lilise you or paese ma that you will be able to find that time, that cap of time every day to build it. And this business has it all. It's all in one, everything that has been laid out. Lalang ni pwedeng halaya awhet ni honit ni rak amis group hit ni lama, we joined to listen. And the awhet ni kamati 2018 yokat istima oid ilalang ni kao di kamat business there were just a few things that they were given to start the business. Amis you are fortunate now that there's so much more to tap onto Our lilihida la kamate nihide. It's like a lot more things have been added on to this business journey. That we count ourselves blessed. Boy surum ka te fo o ro sur okim se lang business de la hion o kamat ni business de. How you studied and how you learn and build it, and the many more people ro de lang ni business de la hoi sawang ti pau se yang ke siaheda la you have your business. You're not the only one. Te is ngat ki hack is the ka ro iti ni utu de rente ma mataonan mahela now is the time. Why now? And the time is not later but now. Mal huwek si hensyong heke la full la just to give a wrap up or maybe last few words la rakeksio sa lang ni pengte. Just something to la ya mumoni amisla vehat amis live de lang ni pengte. Kanoka Emma show your head ma you can reach out to any of us at the Miss website ta ma ngahela ya si rakek te pe ma hensong ifole la iris la ya la just say the last few words and the three things that how you can start, how you can come in surum la raise la ni business ta. Mga hela na hito kamat Lily.
Kayak samta may pa. Okay, last few words. No, you see, atom sa screen that's our website. Before doing that, all of us are on Facebook. All of us, I believe, is on Instagram, but I'm sure. One thing I'm sure, all of us on Facebook. Look, you still just deciding or watching, or you still need more time. Let's hit on Facebook and just follow us so you can know more. There is not much time. On la pay on la go live, we cannot cover everything. Let's hit on my Facebook page and follow us. You pick who you want to follow. We basically share the same information. If you want to join, same, that's another way. Ela pola follow on me say Facebook ma ela message on me at on Messenger or also on Facebook, or you can go straight. No kala you say screen it says there www. You can go there and register, and you will go straight onto my page. There is a testimonial there that you can watch. But if you go to any of our Facebook page, I'm considering, like I want to learn more. Now awesome. Make sure it's your real name in your birth certificate, your legal name, and a good email address. All of us can do that. We can register you to our website. You don't have to go straight there. You can do it through our Facebook or our Messenger or Instagram or YouTube, whichever one you follow. And from there, you'll see a bit of how the business runs. At that point, I think we can also put you in one of our own Facebook groups that have people have the same interest. Academic kamati business, but there's a group where people are still thinking about, want to learn more. So there is that space, and I will give on to my other partners to continue from there. Fayaksha.
Taxi now hito si Areta.
Kali Alexia message me ane ons tininga sawi ula raisi omi salanga kaulu foi amrea se hilang ni community ter ka famor yang sur ma amis pa ispola as famor tu mala si fia taksitini sesiong da lili ea la si website tun si manoka e haka e wafsi na pola proceeds e atunga taro mahekong masyo karot si mereto karot si fita yala teke rating si renta kop ma ya taro full ma unang hul si taro full ma bolong hul da kompia si tine ela po ila loni kismis ma uit ni rewe ti mia mas te la tunga la po tir rei ma ui la ul oka eo kismis Oke tungsi nasi ta huol hisi ea el hat karena ka ela ba ma e pola prosinsi mo se tapo coaching koi heda ma ela mo coaching o mentola mo oke e la long ni business tu rak ok raket pisi ea nena ke yuka eta wah ma ela pola rifan ada kuah hu si famuri masih kukon lili si anak me het mo singo koeksio
Foexia fiang me la naf la sa koinang la foi omis surt vese business ta ma omis inya really ni business ta ma skill se famer helau el samalatin itereni na ke li fo old sur ma is yuma as fansitin hari ta ia is yuma is pa is la as koinang rutuam ta la no ke ia he ararwom ela re own research se business tu la inya ka sita is yum is pa is la hoiswang sa famori ne tini ali hari te ia ta itu mo 149 ni da ma ta no ka he ela sur ma ta sur ma keli sur se global community emo package nase ela heal ma ela invest si o package mani ela polare mata invest ma vehmo ma you good to go you good to go live sur mareo training mate te mani tin ela re mai ampuaf ini ngasau na home CO la ni business ta ma fiang XO really ni business ta mai mate man PO
Fayak siya mausa foi ve la ne how you can start. Mate aya misrak ekve the delays that that will not move you forward, or you just need to take action. Ma etalaraya an pumohata ma ayer e faksi Rachel ya you're good to go, but you also will have to do your part ne. Kamat business ta you do your part as well. Hoiswang talalom is kola rakla it's gonna be ours. It's gonna be your business to build. Ma hoiswang talangat kiao lom, we have to do our part and research more and learn more and grow with alongside each other. Ma te foyakse o afoy visa to miss Viang ni mosi o misa lang ni pengte ka mo ta pe misi osa am nakle late ne a heklas la ho kim se osa la la rakek ne po Paulos la repis nesta kamatve ma shurum au la just be curious and the three different steps ma you can start with step 1 ma shurum at la raya, and if you want to go to the next ma go to the next step. You can ask as many questions as you want, and our websites are here, or message us. La pola tafan se osa. No it's not clear tonight, ma reach out to any of us. Fayak siya ma tamanti ne ato misa lang ne most o misa lang ne pengte ma mina hoiswang se os ne still thinking about it ka amtal huwa kimi nga sawla noon lara ko ekwaek no ka suyo head is lara ka osa lala ne business ta, but feel free to reach out and ask any of us here. Pola week that can be our topic for the next week. Maflan, if you are curious to ask ma lasak la put things together la mo si naked for next week. Matay Proyek siya man noes o exit ni siyang ma ya fo si omisa lang ni pente o lolum lang ni weekend kapag ko if se nasawla noan
I